Hello and welcome to the 6th episode of the Highly Motivated Podcast. On this special holiday episode, I'm going to have a special guest on with me. She's my closest friend and was unfortunately unable to record with the rest of the guys last time. So, she gets to have her own episode, which happens to be releasing on Christmas. We will be discussing the topics that the guys brought up last time, and she'll be able to put her own input on the topics discussed. Enjoy the episode. Happy holidays. So welcome to the 6th episode. My guest will introduce herself right now.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
So, Caitlin is the main reason why this podcast got created. So, we saw how I was trying to motivate her, trying to motivate a lot more people, and she said that I should make this podcast to reach out to more people at the same time. So, last episode she wasn't able to come on. She did get to hear some of the topics. So, how about relationships? Like both romantic or friends, or what? Like how are you motivated with relationships? How do you get motivated with like losing relationships, starting relationships, growing relationships, all of it?
Well, as you know, I'm a pretty my relationships with like people, like my friends, my family, my boyfriend, whatever. That's usually what motivates me instead of like me motivating myself. I'm not a very self-motivated person, which you know. I'm usually just like motivated by other people. So like those are pretty important to me.
So I know you get very heavily influenced by friends and your family, but you also influence others. How do you stay motivated to keep your own like self-beliefs and stuff?
Well, as you know, my mom has very, very different beliefs from me. So I usually just like listen to her side and then just like say like my beliefs on it, and then we just like a really civil conversation, I guess. Actually pretty nice.
So, on the last episode, I talked about how I was brought up to have my own personal beliefs and stick by my beliefs, and I said that it's definitely good to change your beliefs after learning something, after learning about the opposite or like what you believe against. It's totally good to do that, but how do you feel about like having different beliefs and changing beliefs and like being heavily influenced and stuff like that?
Well, if it's just someone like saying something like out of the blue, I'm not really gonna like change my beliefs on it. But like if we're having like an actual like conversation about it and they're like bringing up some good points, I might like change my point of view.
Right. So, like, what are your thoughts about other people like changing their point of view?
Everyone can have like a different point of view. People are like, we as people learn things every day. So like if you learn something that makes you change your beliefs or like change your point of view, then more power to you.
Alright. So I know you as a female and like just in the workforce or anywhere, you get catcalled and like the toxic masculinity concepts. How do you deal with that? Like as the minority gender or like as the oppressed gender?
How do I reword that?
Like, how do you feel about like being oppressed and like catcalled and stuff?
Well, it's not fun, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, like, how do you motivate yourself past it?
Just don't let it affect me usually, because it happens like so often. It's really not okay. Like it needs to like not be a thing. But it happens so often that like most of us are just desensitized to it at this point.
So, I know you deal with a mental illness. Well, I know you're okay with me saying it. It's depression. How do you motivate yourself past it? How do you motivate yourself?
Well, usually, like, other people usually help me. Like, I literally talk to you about everything. Like, you know that. So, like, really, like, you just, like, help me.
So, I know other people deal with like inner family like losses and mourning. How would you motivate somebody who is going through that time?
Oh, it's not that great of a feeling, like, to have lost someone in your family. So, I don't know. One of our mutual friends, her dad died, and I know that was like a really like hard time for her in her life. You know, and I helped her through like a good portion of that. I think it happened in like 7th grade, I said. So like I personally don't really know if I can relate. Like I can like sympathize. So like usually just like reaching out to people or like your friends or family, because like they're there for you. They want to like make sure you're okay because like they love you. Like yeah.
So, I know that a lot of people like they deal with I know a lot of people deal with oppression and like all that, but like how would you how would you say you would motivate somebody who feels like they are like being like they are hated by people they actually care about and that they love and like want the acceptance of?
I mean,
Like, how would you motivate somebody who feels unloved?
cool. Tough one. Usually, like when I feel like that, because like you know I feel like that a lot. I just like take a bit and just like remind myself like why like the people that I care about me, and like stuff like that. I guess it's pretty tough. I don't know.
So, I know this happens a lot with multiple people, but actually, so I know a lot of like the bullying and stuff happens with a lot of people. So how would you go about reminding somebody that that bullying is just not right and like that they shouldn't listen to a bully?
Uh, Sorry, I'm blanking.
Okay. Or so would you just say for if anybody sees the bullying, just stick up for the kid that's getting bullied?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you're saying more so stick up for yourself and stick up for others. So I know you and other people around you, you have other jobs and you work. How do you keep yourself motivated to do all that? Like, how do you keep yourself motivated?
Usually I just like think about why I'm there, like for like my actual job. Um, I like remember that like I'm there for a reason and that like I'm helping like better business and stuff. Um, band doesn't really count as a job, like I'm thinking about. For band, I'm basically my de facto section leader because like the seniors don't really like my section at least. They're like not.
Yeah.
I don't say this nicely. They're like not really like leading
I,
anything. So like
I highly doubt your
juniors
seniors are
really
gonna
suck.
listen to this, but either way.
Okay, look, I just don't want to be mean. Okay.
So, yeah, you're like a high grade student, and like, how do you keep yourself motivated to keep those grades and to keep doing the work for school like that? With the additional like out of school activities that you have.
My dream school is Harvard. I'm probably going to UW. Like my dream school is Harvard. So like, cause I want to be like a computer programmer when I grow up.
Yeah.
So, like college and like maintaining that goal and like moving forward with it are like really important to me. Like,
so I think that's gonna wrap it up, that topic. But if you want to plug yourself, plug like your social medias or something like that, go ahead. We did it last time with Justin, and you can do the same if you want. Or you can plug like stuff that you want on your own.
I'm making a website for this. We made an Instagram for this. We made a Patreon. Just put all of those in the description.
I will. Go ahead and say what you want to say for the outro.
I hope you guys like this episode.
Guys, it's definitely okay to be nervous when like talking in front of an audience, and even like a hidden audience that you don't even know.
Totally, just like focusing on like 7 different things. My brain's just scattered.
Still, thank you for listening. Hope you listen in more, and hope you get motivated.
Bye.